Good morning. I have a word to share with everyone who calls himself a Christian this morning. If you know that you've come to Christ, you've given your life to Him, that you've made Him the King, the Lord of your life, I want to talk to you this morning. And I don't normally talk politics about anything, but I felt that this is one time I just can't be silent. About 2 or 3 days ago, at a rally that Kamala Harris had, a gentleman stood up and shouted, "Jesus Christ is King." Kamala Harris's response was that she laughed and she looked at the man and said, "You're in the wrong rally." Now, whether you know it or not, what she was saying was, and what she was doing, was denying that Jesus Christ is Lord. Now, one day she's going to bow her knee and she's going to confess that He is Lord. But what my message to you this morning is if you call yourself a Christian, and I've seen advertisements on the television, Evangelicals for Christ. Well, if you're an evangelical, if you're truly a Christian, and you've already voted and you voted for Kamala Harris, you need to ask God to forgive you and ask that your vote doesn't count when it comes to the election. And then if you haven't already voted, I want you to understand that the difference that's taking place right now that we are seeing is that if you deny Christ, you are not a Christian. She talked about being a person of faith. What faith? If you tell a person who says that Jesus Christ is King and that you're in the wrong place, she's in the wrong place. And if you're a Christian today, if you claim that you belong to Christ and you haven't voted yet, you need to ask God to help you to understand that if voting for Kamala Harris, you're voting for evil. Now, I don't care if you don't like Trump. I don't care if you like his manners, whatever. But I do believe that God protected him from being assassinated not once but twice. And he has publicly announced his faith in Christ. He has not denied Christ. Just a day or two ago, he met with a bunch of Latinos, and they had pastors who prayed over him. I don't see any pastors praying over Kamala Harris. But anyway, this message is to you. If you call yourself a Christian, you need to seriously consider the fact that Kamala Harris is a Christ-rejecting person and that your vote counts, and you will be held responsible as to how you vote. I pray that God gives you wisdom and understanding. This is not just a political thing. This is a spiritual thing. We are in a spiritual battle, and we as true born-again believers need to choose which side you're on. But as far as I'm concerned, what this election really boils down to, apart from policies, it boils down between good versus evil. I'm not saying that Trump is good, because there's not one man on the face of this earth that is good. There's only been one, and that's Jesus Christ. But the focus here is this. You can't deny Christ and call yourself a person of faith. And if you're going to vote, you best not vote for her. I pray that you listen to what I've just said and take to heart and ask God to help you to vote right. So I do pray that you vote, but I pray that you vote right. Church, you need to awaken unto righteousness. You need to awaken to what God is saying here in these last days.